Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on July 10th, 2020. Musk's Tesla is expected to include in the S&P 500. Tesla Inc. is nearing the possibility to join to the S&P 500, a major accomplishment for Chief Executive Officer Elon Musk that would unleash a flood of new demand for the electric car maker's shares, which have already surged 500% over the past year. Higher than expected second quarter vehicle deliveries announced last week improved investors, confident the company will show a profit in its quarterly report on July 22nd. That would mark Tesla's first cumulative four-quarter profit, a key hurdle to be added to the S&P 500. With a market capitalization of about $250 billion, Tesla would be among the most valuable companies ever added to the S&P 500, larger than 95% of the index's existing components. It would have a major impact on investment funds that track the index. World shares drop amid virus concerns. Global shares decreased on Friday as huge records in new coronavirus cases in several U.S. states raised concerns about economic recovery, while investors looked forward to earnings season. MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan declined 0.74%, while Japan's stock index fell 0.58%. Shares in China tumbled 0.72% from a five-year high, marking the first drop in more than a week as state media discouraged retail investors from chasing the market higher. In the U.S., mini futures for the S&P 500 traded 0.41% lower after some rise on the start. At that time, Eurostoxx 50 futures lost 0.03%. German DAX futures were flat, while FTSE futures were down 0.03%, suggesting a weak start to European trading. Biden unveils a plan to support U.S. labor markets. Joe Biden, leading President Donald Trump's rival in the oncoming November 3rd election, promised to spend $700 billion on products making on the country and industrial research, which he said would give at least 5 million more jobs amidst a world pandemic. The proposals come as Biden tries to show that not only Trump is the best steward of the economy. Democratic candidate adds an even bigger price tag to the trillions in economic recovery policies he has promised as the U.S. economy struggles to recover from the coronavirus shutdowns. A record 32.9 million people collected unemployment checks in the third week of June, Labor Department data showed on Thursday. Bohai Bank carries out the biggest IPO in Hong Kong. China Bohai Bank raised $1.78 billion after pricing its shares at 4.80 Hong Kong dollars as the company carried out the largest initial public offering in Hong Kong so far in 2020. The bank planned to sell 2.88 billion shares at 4.75 Hong Kong dollars to 4.98 Hong Kong dollars each. Main investors who bought into the IPO ahead of the institutional book build accounted for about 30% of the total deal. The largest of those investors was Yichang Health Pharmaceutical, which bought $200 million worth of stock, followed by four funds which took a $50 million share each. Bohai Bank's fundraising eclipsed that of Smoore International, an e-cigarette and vaping device manufacturer, which last week raised $918 million.